Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha, and for today's video we're going to be trying out some new Natasha Denona products. So I got the Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette right here. And I also have the Rose Cheek Duo Cream Blush and Highlighter Duo. So right here is the packaging for both. Really like the color story. It's neutrals, but it has like rosy browns undertones. And since I don't own the big version of the Biba palette, then I thought, oh, why not, like, just try this out. And I've tried a few Natasha Denona products. Mostly I've tried only her mini palettes. I haven't tried any of her big palettes, so I can't really compare formula wise, but I already seen a couple of videos, and one of them was Morgan Turner, another one's Leah Jenny, I think that's her name, and they did comparison swatches. So from what I've seen from both of them, this is what I was kind of thinking too. This kind of looks similar with their Glam face palette. Yeah, it looked pretty similar to it. So I was debating if I wanted to get this. Like, I thought this was so pretty, but to me, from the pictures, and I guess from watching like the actual swatches and videos, I thought, yeah, they do look pretty similar, because I still want to get the Glam palette. Yeah, but I just went ahead and bought this. The only thing I really thought about was getting this one. I was wondering if it was going to be worth it or not. It's pretty tiny because it's supposed to be like a mini version. It's pretty cute. The packaging, it feels very light, not so heavy. So this is how it looks. So it looks like more like a peachy rose almost. But from what I've seen, this looks very similar with the Glam face palette, the lighter version. And also when you're comparing it with the big Biba palette, there's some shades that's similar to this palette. Like, I don't have the palettes in person, but from what I've seen in videos, and when they did the comparison, the swatches are pretty, almost like very similar. So I say if you already have the big Biba palette, I don't think you really need this one, unless you really love the Biba palette that you need like a travel size, and I say go for it. Okay, so I'm going to swatch the shade Bruno right here. Yeah, so that one is didn't swatch that good. And then the next one is the shade Izzy, another creamy matte. So yeah, that one swatched a lot better than the Bruno. And now the shade Blaze Nude, that's like the shimmer. Let's see. Yeah, very pretty. That one swatched pretty good. The shimmer from the Glam palette, it looks very similar to this one. I think the other one's more like glimmery light though, when I was seeing the swatches. Okay, so now I'm going to swatch Plush right here. Yeah, that swatch pretty nice too. I did a small swatch. Okay, so the last shade is Wink, and it's a cream to powder formula. So let me just do that one right here because I ran out of room. Ooh, that one swatched pretty good. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I said all the swatches. The Bruno one's the one that's like more, didn't swatch that well. So it might look patchy, or you might have to work with it, but I'm going to be trying it out. So this swatched really nice, and the shimmer of course, and these two swatched fine. I forgot to mention, this palette retails for $25. So I think for $25, it's a pretty good deal for Natasha Denona, so you could try it out, the brand. And then this highlighter blush duo is, I believe it's $19. It looks like this, about the size of my palm. My hands are kind of small. I don't think there's a name for the cream blush and the highlighter, but let's just swatch them. So the cream, ooh. I never tried out like her cream formulas, her cream blushes, so this is my first time, but it feels really soft. Yeah. So I say you could build it up the color. That's a pretty shade. The highlighter feels super soft too. Wow. Ooh, that went on very smooth. Very smooth. Let's see. And it doesn't feel like so chunky, it just feels smooth. So I pretty much have my makeup on already. I have my foundation, concealer, and a little bit of cream bronzer. I didn't put powder bronzer because I didn't want to mess up with the cream blush formula, that's why. And I already prepped my eyes too. I'm going to start with the shade right here, this orangey shade called Plush. And I only got a little bit, so I got a little bit more color. Just add it to the transition. Yeah, so I don't have problem with this formula really. It's very soft, easy to blend. I'm just gonna add more color right here. I'm gonna jump into the shade right here, Wink, and it's the creamy powder formula. I'm gonna see how it is. It does look like a different formula because it's looking like it's kind of like caking up right here. Yeah, it's caking up right here. The cream to powder formula, it's looking different. So this one looks like a warm brown almost. So I'm just gonna focus on the V area, just kind of give it a little depth, a delicate depth look. Yeah, the cream to powder. There you go. But yeah, it's looking nice. Like the more you work with it, it's looking pretty, but it's just that you kind of have to work with it. The cream to powder formula on this shade at least. I'm gonna go to the Blaze Nude right here, the Champagne Shimmer, the star of the show. And I'm gonna use my finger. So this feels very soft. It's looking like a bit too much. Alright, so let's just do it on this side. The way the shimmer looks, it's not as pretty as I thought it would be in person. Maybe it might look good on camera, but I think in person it looks very like makes my eyes look more wrinkly. So maybe I should just use my setting spray and maybe it'll look better. But this shimmer is very glittery. Very glittery. It has a lot of sparkles on it. So now I'm gonna work with the eye a little bit, and I'm gonna work with the shade Ipsy. I'm gonna mostly focus this right here in the middle. Should kind of like transition the shimmer, like fade it in. Now I'm gonna go into the cream powder shade and then just work on that end again. Shade Plush, and then just add more of that orangey in. So now I want to deepen it up with that dark shade Bruno, the one that didn't swatch that well. And I'm just gonna focus this right here, like on my lash line. For my bottom eyes, I'm gonna use these two shades right here. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my eyes, so I'm just gonna do my eyeliner and my mascara, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. So before we jump into the blush and highlighter duo, I'm just gonna go over what I use on my eyes and also my lips. So for my eyes, for eyeliner, I use my Araceli Ojos Perfecto Gel Pencil Eyeliner in the shade Chocolate. So I did that to do like a smoky eye look almost, and I used the brush just to make it more smoky. And I also use it on my waterline too. Okay, and for my lips, I use the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Crush. And for lipsticks, I actually mixed two lipsticks. So these are the Milani Nude Collection, and I use the shade Secret and Tease. So that's my lip combo and my eyes. And so finally we get to try on the Rose Cheek Duo. So I'm actually going to use my finger to first apply the blush, because that's what I seen it in the Natasha Denona videos. They use the finger and then they use the brush. So I want to try that and see how it looks. So it's very like creamy, but it's also not so dark. So I'm gonna go like that. Creamy, like it's like a matte feel to it. Like it feels soft. Like it doesn't feel like a wet blush. Like the creaminess. Yeah. I'm gonna use this Shana B Miami contour brush. Gonna use it as part of my blush. Really hard to pick it up from the brush because it's so tiny. So I'm trying to pick it up from the brush. So it's gonna be like a soft, like not so dramatic shade. It's like a very soft blush. Like I build up the color a lot, you guys. But it's very soft, so it's like very easy to use, like not to get carried away with. Now we're gonna do the highlighter. I'm gonna use like a fan brush. Let's see. I'm gonna put it right here. yeah, the highlighter is more popping. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. The highlighter is very pretty. Ooh, I love the highlighter. I get the sniffles sometimes. Okay, so that is so pretty. The highlighter is really pretty. I love the highlighter. And it went on like nice. Very nice. So now I'm just gonna quickly set my makeup now that we're all done, and I want to do some quick reviews. I forgot, I want to add like a little like tip of highlight right here, so I'm gonna just use my finger and just add a little bit highlight, and I'm just gonna add it like a pop right there and pop right there. So right here's the final look, and yeah, I really like how it came out. The color story is very pretty, and I have some things to say about the palette. So the palette, ooh, I think the formula, I'm not sure. It feels like it's kind of like I have to work with it a bit. Like these two shades, I think these two shades are fine. The, what you call it, the Plush and the Izzy, those shades are easy to work with. But when it's working with the browns, like the cream to powder formula and this one, they're really hard to work with, to blend with. And the shimmer of this, it's very glittery like if you're not used to glitter, like it's very glittery, like glittery. So if you want, you can make it your look very dainty. It's something I'm not really like used to. Like I use a lot of shimmers on my eyes all the time, but this one's like very like glittery, like it looks like has that crumbling effect. And from afar it just has that, like it's very tiny, the glitters, the shimmer. Like it's pretty. After a while, like you get used to it, it looks like really pretty. So it took me a while to get used to, but yeah, this look is growing on to me. I really love the color story. It's like a great neutral palette. I love the rosy brown. That's why I picked this up, because I love like rose tones, pinkish undertones, and this is not completely like neutral colors. It's more like rosy brown shades. That's why I picked it up. And the only thing you just have to keep in mind about the shimmer, it's very glittery. Like you could also use it as a little highlight right there if you just want to do it like a very little, or you could do it in the middle. I think in the middle it would like look really pretty. Like if you do like a halo look, it'll look very pretty. But it's just that it's kind of like a little bit too much if you're not used to like very glittery like shimmers, and you might not like it. And then the browns, they're just a little bit hard to work with, especially this one. I think the cream to powder, for some reason I was having trouble with that one the most. I think the Bruno wasn't that bad, has to work with. So it was this worth to buy. Well, for me it is, because I don't have like the big Biba palette. If I were to have the big Biba palette, then I probably would not pick this up. I'm just really happy to add this to my collection, so I'm not mad about it. As for the Rose Cheek Duo, surprisingly I do like it. Like the blush is very easy to work with. It's not super pigmented. It's very soft looking. It's like a soft blush filter looking kind of blush. Like it's very light. The blush, you have to like build it up. So I work with it. The blush, I put on so much, and you could barely kind of see like the rosiness. So I guess, yeah, Rose Cheek Duo. Like it looks so pretty. And the highlighter, oh, surprisingly the highlighter is, I really love the highlighter. I think the highlighter beats the blush. The blush is like nice for like a soft, like natural look, but the highlighter is very poppy, and it doesn't take that much for the highlighter just to like show up. It's very glittery like, so I really love this. So I think this was worth it. So if you don't have like any of the Natasha Denona blush or highlighter from her other palettes, like the Glam face palette, I think that's probably more similar to this one. Not sure what formula, but I'm just saying shade wise, especially with the highlighter. I've seen comparison with the highlighter, they look very similar. The blush, it's like only a slight difference of the shade, and I think this one's a lot lighter too, like has a pigmentation wise. But overall, I think this palette and this Rose Cheek Duo, I think it was worth my money, because just to add it to my collection, and I really enjoy this color story. I feel like I'm going to be getting so much use out of this. I think for the shimmer, I don't think I'm gonna really like use it mostly as the main shimmer. I'm just gonna do like a halo look or the inner corner. But yeah, that's like my only complaint about it. It's just very glittery. Like if you want to go very glam, like soft glam with that little shimmer, then yeah, I think that's a perfect event to wear this. And this is perfect to wear every day because it's so natural. The blush is not so pigmented, very easy to work with. So I was surprised because I was actually not gonna pick this up because I was debating like, is this worth it? Like, do I need this? I'm like, it's just $19, so why not? So that's why I picked it up too. But yeah guys, so that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you guys find this video helpful. I know I couldn't really compare the palette in front of you guys because I don't own those other palettes, but it's just from what I've seen. So, and then just sharing you guys my thoughts too. Let me know down below if you guys picked up any of the Natasha Denona new products, the mini Biba palette or the rose cheek duo. Did you guys pick these up? Like, are you guys wanting to? Like, let me know down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.